The idea of a bath always slaps harder than the actual bath. Like the idea of like self-care, like I'm gonna put a face mask on,
so
like I'm gonna put bubbles, I'm gonna go get that thing at Sephora or Bath and Body Works. Like the idea of it sounds so fun, and then like you're in it and you're like, is this what it is?
This is what it's either fucking hot and
Yeah.
you have to wait burning for 10 minutes, or it's like it's not like cold, but it's just right about to be too cold to be in it. So you're just like not comfy. And then to start adding water when you're already in the bath, and the waiting process.
I was just gonna say the waiting process of a bath, forget about it. Like
Chemical X.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Chemical X podcast. I'm your girl, Alessia.
I'm your girl, Veronica. And as usual, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and leave us 5 stars on all our audio platforms.
Today, we wanted to talk about just icks we have when it comes to men. Actually, just icks in general.
Icks in general, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm somebody, and it's a problem. Like, I will get an ick off the littlest shit, and I'm like, it's over.
I'm embarrassed to talk about my icks because people are going to be like, but who do you think you are? Angelina Jolie, who can have these icks?
But like, it's something you actually can't control. And it's almost like sometimes I go, maybe I'm a lesbian because like I'm icking over the way you're answering your phone. Like it's like a little shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I need to relax.
I think women and men both have icks, but I think for women, it affects us more.
Yeah.
Like they can get over the ick and still fuck you.
While
Like we're
guys
like,
look at your tits and they go like, it's good. It's all cured now.
it's all good. Like I'll fuck her and then I'll ignore her.
Yeah,
Where
girls.
us, it's like the littlest ick. Like how do you
can't move on.
How do you move on?
You can't.
You can't.
You can't move on.
Yeah. And sometimes you'll discuss them after with your friends and they'll be like, okay.
And
it's so personal to you. It's like, guys, I can't explain it, but it's just like,
even putting this
I can't
out
move
there,
forward.
I can't. You can't. I lost all my feelings over this little one thing. And it's like, sometimes also you like, when it's your boyfriend or something, you have little icks about them, and obviously you still love them anyways, but it's something that in the back of your mind is always there, and you're like, hey, I need to relax.
Yeah, but you got to the stage where you're like, okay, you're allowed to have icks now.
But I find like when I'm really into somebody, like the icks don't affect me as badly. You know what I mean? Like when you're like really in love with someone, it's like you can see the icks, you're like, ugh, but you're not like with other people where you're like, oh, I can't see them again. You know what I mean? You kind of like.
Do you think it's because you're not seeing the icks right away? You had like a chance to like them and then you're like, hey, whatever. But like if icks come on a first date, are you really giving them more chances? I don't think so.
Depends how bad the ick is.
Right.
Too. You know what I mean? Right. Like there's more powerful icks than others. Yeah, like there's some that I could be like, relax.
Right, like if you're on a date and he's rude to the waiter, that's not even an ick. That's like no respect. Like,
yeah, get the fuck out of my face.
Like we're talking
minor
stupid icks.
Honestly,
I don't even want to pull out my list.
I actually, as we were just saying this, I thought of another one that I was like, okay, I need to relax.
I was going to bed yesterday, and you know, guys, it's not easy to fall asleep when you have a lot on your mind. And I was like, I need to grab my phone, go in notes, and add that one. So the first one I'm going to start this off with is if their fly is open.
That one, but like they don't know, like they're walking
like they
around.
don't know, and it's like, buddy, like, can you figure yourself out? Like, look down, your fucking zipper's down. Like, can you figure out life? Like, your fucking zipper's down. Like, what are you walking around like you think you're
so chill?
You're so chill. You own the place. Like, you're a fucking loser.
But
Zip up your zipper.
For me, what's worse than a zipper is like if they like get up or like get out of their car and you see their ass crack. That's like, okay.
That's an ick.
That's an ick. That's like sometimes I see an ick.
Veronica,
and
was that on your list?
It wasn't on my list. I just added it. Sometimes I see like something that's so ick to me, but I have to like look away because I'm like, if I don't look away and like guard my eyes from this and like gaslight that I even saw it happening, then like I actually can't see you again. Yeah. And there's so many times where a guy will do something ick and I'm just like, I just gaslight myself and pretend it just didn't happen because I'm like, or else I can't move forward. Like
you're
can't.
Smart. You're protecting your
myself.
energy, yourself.
I'm just gonna blink and erase my memory that I just saw your ass crack.
I need to add that one to my list too. If their ass crack is just like
pull up your
fucking pants.
And you know what
that's another ick. Like why are your pants so low? Anyway,
no, it's just everything.
No,
why are you breathing?
Yeah. Can you stop?
Like, why do you have lips? Like, can you relax? But also, if your lips are bigger than mine, it's not an ick, but relax.
Also, if your ass is bigger than mine.
Whoa, relax. Lay off the squats.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, if I have to feel insecure in my own body-hugging dress and your ass is sticking out more than mine, listen.
yeah. But I know girls who like guys with big asses.
I mean, I like guys with an ass.
No, you can have an ass. You just one
can't
can't
have it
have
bigger than mine.
Yeah, and it can't be too like voluptuous. Like the way
Like a bubble butt.
yeah, a bubble butt.
Like you smack it smacks you back. But by the way, I don't know why I always catch guys and like I think it's like the curse of like guys look at you and they say like, okay, big ass, you must wear big jeans. So like I always get guys who say like, yeah, like my jeans are not gonna fit you. I'm like, I don't know what you think this is, but the science is not the same. Like
the waist is still the waist.
Like I'm gonna put your jeans on, they're gonna be big on me. And the amount of times I've had to prove that like a guy's jeans doesn't fit me, like calm down. I'm insulted, okay? So if you're talking to a girl and you think you're complimenting her by saying that like my jeans won't fit you because your ass is so big, it's not a compliment. So take that shit 2 steps backwards.
Guys, if you are joining any events this year, any festivals, then you should be decked out in jewelry.
Absolutely.
Goes without say, any outfits you're wearing should be body jewelry.
And if you want to be decked out as well for a very great price, you need to hit up EveryJewels. They have everything you need to have just the perfect touch to your outfit. Rings, necklaces, personalized jewelry, literally everything you need, and it's waterproof. So head on to EveryJewels and also use our discount code
Chemical X at checkout to receive 20% off your entire order, guys. Happy shopping. Okay. Okay.
So I have a random ick that I wrote down.
I'm scared.
But I thought I went, that's a fucking ick. When a guy, and I'm not talking you're drunk, you're having a good time with your friends, but if a guy is riding an electric scooter, there is no guy that I will stop and stare at that's zooming by on an electric
Veronica,
scooter.
I'm not even going to get into my story. We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
We can.
We can.
I forgot about that. So you know what I'm talking about? Like the Lime scooters. It's one thing if you're like a group of guys, it's jokes, it's funny, we're drunk, we're 2 people on the scooter,
my
but like
God.
if you're actually going somewhere with speed and like focus on
Like
your
you're
scooter,
a man and you're just going at like
you're just
30,
zooming
30 kilometers, like sit down. But also I feel like I'm just going to add one now because we're on the topic. If they're bike riding, rollerblading, doing any of that and they fall, that's the biggest thing. Like, I don't know you, I'm going to keep rollerblading. Like I don't know who this person is.
Well, falling during anything is like
falling during anything, like that's the thing. Like if you fall, yeah, the person who falls, they're laughing about it, they're making jokes, but it's the most degrading feeling. So
I think
that's
biking is the worst.
Biking is the worst.
Biking is like biking is you really fell from on top of the bike to the floor.
Like I want to be like, oh my God, are you okay? But I'm like, I don't know you.
You're like, must look to be him. Babe, I'll meet you there. You know what I just thought of actually? When a guy has like a hole in his sock in the toe, and I can't even say that because like some of my socks, sometimes I realize there's a hole, but like, figure your shit out. Don't, at least if you're gonna know you're gonna see me, don't wear your sock with a hole in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What about if they have one sock, one color, and one?
I don't really care.
Okay, so it's more about the hole.
The hole is like.
What
am I
about
seeing
in their
your
like
toe?
in their boxers? Same thing.
Yeah, boxers is less bad for me. There's something about seeing the toe sticking out. Tell me, you know what I mean? Boxers is like, oh, I didn't see that little, little rip there. The toe is
The
like,
toe because
it's like,
over time though too, even if you pop it back in, it finds its way back out.
and it's always like the second to last toe that's just like, I shouldn't be seeing you.
Oh my God, another one for me is when they double text you. So this normally happens like at the beginning when you're talking to someone. They kind of feel like insecure about what they said and they feel like they're not going to get an answer. So they're like, let me save it. Let me write something else. But it's like us girls, we know, we hear you, we see you, we're going to answer. We don't need you to like just add that extra like insurance text. Like it's an ick.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a message that doesn't need one. I think once you're dating, yeah, you can write again or like
I'll triple billion text you.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is
In the
like
dating stage.
or when you're just talking and it's like you're starting to feel like they're like getting insecure about their message. So they felt like they had to like add another one. Like ick. Like I've been thinking about what I'm answering. Like, why did you give me something else to like
I just changed the script.
You just changed the script. Like ick.
And I find girls do that more than guys though.
Oh, interesting.
like I find girls are more like insecure about not getting answered to a text, so they're gonna like double text and try to save themselves. I really
Both
feel
guys
like
and girls do it.
No, for sure, but I feel like girls are more like insecure. I feel like
Right,
guys tend to
right.
like send a text, but that's why it's an ick for me, because if you're not confident in what you said, it's like. And also, if I took 3 hours, like sometimes, especially at the beginning, I like to have that like chase, that like I'm waiting for you, you're waiting for me
Like
to
I'm
text. It's
purposely
fun.
ignoring you. So if you're feeling insecure and you're not sure that the game's going on when it is, like ick.
Like it's just like, let's just be chill. Because another thing too, in the beginning, first of all, there's not like that much to talk. Like, yes, there's a lot to talk about, but like you're also gonna run the conversation dry if you speed through it too quickly.
Yeah.
And when you're talking with someone, it's fun to kind of talk all day and like here and there. It's not like we have to be glued to our phone answering every 5 minutes. Like what the fuck? We're gonna get through our whole life story in 2 days. You know.
So that being said, in regards to texting, there's 2 more. If you threw a bomb on me, like a huge paragraph, that's like the biggest ick, because then I'm like, where should I start with this? Where should I answer? Like, it's such an ick. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, but what if you guys are talking about something like...
It's an ick at the beginning.
Okay.
Like, if you're like, hey, how are you? Like, you're asking multiple questions in one paragraph.
Right.
I'm like, my ADHD can't handle it. I'm like,
You're
ick.
like, hey.
Yeah. And when they put a lot of emojis. Ick. Oh my God.
God.
Why are you so happy, dancy, fun? Like, relax. You're supposed
no. For me, there's like a specific amount, like there's a specific emojis you're allowed to use. Okay.
Wait, what are they?
No, but I just
As a guy, I feel like there's not that many. For a
There-
girl,
there-
it's like, angel, devil, horny face.
But like if you start sending me monkey face, for me monkey face is ick. And
Ick?
you're a monkey
I'm
face.
allowed to use it, but if a guy does monkey face to me,
No, get the fuck off my shit. Too like I'm telling you, there's certain emojis that are like cute, fun. Like I like when somebody throws in like a funny emoji, like the guy on the boat or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like funny. But if you're like every text is like, or if you don't know, if you're not emoji literate, like you're sending me like the smiley face that looks like it wants to kill you, but like you're using that as a smiley face, like relax.
Yeah, or like
learn how to use emojis.
Yeah,
here.
or like if you're using an Android, like that's another ick. And like if you're using emojis and they're not coming through because of like iMessage and you have another phone and it's coming like 2 dots and then P face, like bro, fucking get with the times.
If my text goes to green, I'm sorry, that's an ick.
Well,
if I can't FaceTime you, I actually think I can't date someone that's not an iPhone user.
You know what the thing is? And like people will be like, okay, relax. Like it shouldn't be. It's because there's only specific type of people who will use an Android. And I already know we won't vibe. Like we're not going to be at Mykonos in the summer at Principote if you have an Android. Like you don't understand life the same way I do and we won't get along. It has more to do with, it's not even about the iMessage. It's the entire lifestyle. It's just different and it won't work. So no Androids over here.
Too alternative.
And you know what? Android people are always so adamant on like that being a better phone that they have to be like, yeah, look at the photos on this. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a motherfuck if the quality of a picture is a million times better on an Android. We're not having this debate.
No.
We're not for each other.
Absolutely. Like my friendships and my relationships ride on the back of FaceTime. Like you don't understand that I only have friends and only relationships because of FaceTime.
I don't call people. I only FaceTime
It's
them.
only FaceTime. So like if I have someone that I cannot FaceTime with, like how do you want me to speak to you?
And there's
I
like,
want me to send you a fucking letter in the mail.
yeah, and
what is this?
There's an addiction when like you're FaceTiming someone and there's the noise like and then the answer and it goes like I live off that like suspenseness.
It's just
Even though half my friends don't answer my FaceTime.
absolutely. You answer Alessia's text and you automatically get a FaceTime. You're like, here we go.
You're like, I gotta hold off on the
answer. I have to wait to answer because I need to wait until I'm in a place where I could answer a FaceTime. You know what I mean? Like that's the risk. But like there's nothing sexier, especially when you're first talking to someone, than like your first FaceTime or like your first. It's like so fun and so cute. What are you gonna do with an Android? Zoom me. Call me on Zoom, Google Meet. What? I actually can't. I actually can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm immature, but I can't. Okay, this one I saw another girl say it, and I've never run by this in my life, but I just know if my boyfriend would do this, it would be immediate breakup. Swimming with goggles. We go to the pool. Are you kidding me? But it hurt my eyes. Grow up.
No.
Grow up like the rest of us here. Scuba diving, snorkeling is one thing. Like, come on. You know when you go snorkeling and you take off the goggles and you have like the the mark, picture mark in the back.
Basically, guys, we're here to tell you guys that breathing, sleeping, living, eating. Another one for me is like the way they eat at a dinner table is like the biggest ick for me. They don't have like proper like
manners,
table manners. Yeah.
Chewing gum also for me is like if you chew gum annoying, obnoxious, I'm like, ugh. Or like just eating. I remember like I was talking to this guy once who like the way he would eat grossed me out so much because it was always like he was such in a rush to eat. Like he was so like full. Like it was somebody. And I know it's going to sound mean, but it's like I couldn't have a conversation with him while we were eating. It's like he was like so focused on eating the food, everything that it was like, and don't get me wrong, I love to eat. I love food. I'm having a great time. But like if we can't focus on each other while we're eating, like relax.
Yeah.
Tone it down. Have a snack before. Like what the fuck? And it's always like the gym people who it's like, it's their one meal of the day. You know what I mean? Like they waited all week for this one meal. Like have a Pop-Tart before and like act more chill. If we're on a first date and you're eating like it's the Last Supper.
If a guy uses like baby voice or like pouts or any of that shit, oh my God, immediate ick.
Really? I'm a baby voice girl.
Yeah, you doing it.
Yeah, but
if
with like my boyfriend.
But your boyfriend will do it back?
Baby voice back.
I never want to be around this. Oh my God, I would have
but I would never. If there's even another.
Oh my God, monkey face.
Yeah, you can't say shit. You do monkey face. For me, monkey face is the equivalent of baby voice.
I'm sorry, it's not.
I could do baby voice. Has to only be with my boyfriend and limited amount of time as well.
Like I would die. I would die if I heard you doing that. But let alone if your boyfriend's doing it back to you. I don't know how you guys. I mean, I get how you guys get along, but damn. But wait, what would he say back in baby voice?
Like if we're just in baby voice, it's like baby voice.
But what would he say back?
It's not like I don't know. It's just like baby voice, like cute. Like we just like talk cute. It's like if we're in like a cutie moment, it's like we're talking cute. I can't talk normal. I'm such a baby voicer.
This is my biggest ick.
It's my ick for myself. I'm a big baby voicer. And my problem is I rope people into my baby voice. Like I'm so baby voice that you have to baby voice with me. It's like,
oh my God, I can't believe I start crying.
I know, it's really bad. I'm trying to think of things that I say like,
no, I want to like,
I'm an ick, honestly. But when somebody does too much with me, I'm like, sit down.
And like they only do it because you started, right? Disgusting.
I know.
You're disgusting.
I know.
No.
I'm disgusting.
I think you realize you can't take my monkeys.
Well,
and I can't take
we all have our flaws, I realized. Yeah. Sometimes like he'll take a video of me and like I'm doing baby voice and I hear it and I go, I'm a monster. It's like, don't ever show me that shit ever again. Like I can't explain. It's so like I just saw myself naked. Like,
yeah.
But like if there's anyone around, like don't even dare call me in any baby voice. I also find it an ick when people call you like really ugly like pet names, like, oh my little sugar plumpkin. Like shut the fuck up. It's Veronica, babe. That's it.
I don't even know why she's allowed to even say that when she's baby voicing her way through this. She's like,
I
what?
Know. If you're baby voicing and going, my little sukatugi. Like it's like, no.
Choose one.
You get baby voice or you get like cute. Like, you be like, baby.
I think I prefer sugar doogie than
yeah. My little pumpernickel.
I prefer that. I prefer that.
God.
The baby voice is like, grow up. You're not a baby. You're living in reality, right?
Baby.
You're like, maybe I want to live in this fantasy world.
I'm a baby. Because I'm in like very
I think the only time I've ever done like baby voice is like when I really want something and I want to do like the cute like please, but that's it. Like that's it, and I think that's acceptable.
Yeah, that's allowed. I'm 24/7 baby voice. No, I'm not 24/7, but I'm definitely like if we're cute, I have to do baby voice, or it's like he'll be like, "Are you mad at me?"
Oh my God.
But you know what it is I actually like to be babied. Like in a relationship, I'm very much like the baby, like take care of me.
Yeah.
And if I'm not like that, then I'm like, I'm in my masculine energy.
Oh my God. Okay, so I get why your boyfriend would want you in baby voice. Baby voice means Veronica's soft era is here.
Yeah, I'm in my soft era. Okay, I have two, and I forgot to say this one when I said the swimming with goggles, but when they put sunscreen on their face and it's not like blended in, like relax. Like
grow up, you're
like
not
they
a
have
child.
like sunscreen on their nose, like I can't even look at you. Like
big ick. Like, babe, come here. Like, let me.
What are you in grade 6?
Oh my God. Yeah, no, that one's pretty bad.
I also have one, and this is like first date vibes. If they do like the wine tasting and they try to act so like they know what they're doing, but you could tell that they don't know what they're doing.
Oh.
That for me is, and I don't care if you actually know what you're doing. It's one thing, but you can always tell when someone doesn't know what they're doing, and they're like, it's like so awkward. Like they're like shut up.
And especially like real wine connoisseurs, like the real way to drink wine is like you don't actually like swallow it. You're supposed to like spit it in a barrel. But like if I see my man doing that, it's like, shut the fuck up. We're here to get drunk. Like drink the wine.
Yeah. If it was on your New Year's resolutions to give back to the community, this is your perfect chance. So it's the annual Kids for Kids charity event happening this year on May 12th, where you can come join us, have an amazing party, and give back to a really amazing charity called Sarah's Fund for Cedars, which is at the Children's Hospital, and it's basically raising funds for music therapy for children that are battling cancer. So it's a really nice charity event that is also going to be really fun.
If you do want to have fun, come mingle, drink, eat for a great cause, then you should definitely buy your tickets now. Come with your boyfriend, come with your girlfriends. It's a perfect place, to meet a man. But anyway, not about that. You guys should come join us.
And if you haven't bought your ticket, you can also win 2 tickets by sharing this post and following at K4KMTL. And we'll choose 2 random winners within 24 hours. And you guys will get 2 free tickets to the Kids for Kids event in Montreal. So share this post, like this post, and don't forget to give back.
And hope to see you there.
Yeah, like do your little taste it, but don't start doing your extra.
No, literally.
If you smell the wine, leave me alone. Because if you're a farmer who's just like, also it's like, okay.
Like, be classy at the restaurant.
Be classy a little. But like just trying to act so like cool when like you actually don't know, like that pisses me off.
I have a few other funny ones, but like... I feel so like I can't even share these. Wears a pink shirt. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
This one is just such an
Do you mean like a shirt?
Like a shirt. Like I once saw my dad in a pink shirt. I'm like, go change right now. This is the biggest ick. What are you doing? And it's not to say like men can't wear pink. I don't know what it is about a pink shirt.
A pink shirt.
A pink salmon shirt. Like,
yeah. Like I feel like pink shirts, a lot of the times guys wear them because they're so chill. Like guys could wear pink too, but like it never like... I don't mind the pink shirt thing, but it has to be pulled off.
Let me add to the pink shirt. When the pink shirt has like the inside, like, when there's like the
design?
The design!
Like the paisley design on the inside?
Like there's like some kind of fucking like graph
Very
going
my
on.
dad. My dad could pull off a pink shirt, but I don't want to see my man in it.
Or like where the sleeves are, there's like the Zorro inside. Like, oh my God, biggest ick I've ever seen. I'm gonna pop a picture because I'm not explaining it well.
I know what you mean, but it's specific. There's a specific pink. I feel like if a guy could pull off like a nice pink shirt or whatever, it's one thing. But if you're doing like the no.
I think a pink t-shirt versus a pink man shirt. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so different, but like both ick.
Yeah.
But
like a pink suit. You know what's my ick too? People that wear it's not a big like it's not an ick, but more something that bothers me when people wear white shoes with black socks. Like, yo, this is like primary school how to get dressed. If you're wearing black shoes, you put black socks. If you're wearing white shoes, you put white socks.
Yeah.
No excuses. There's no excuses.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
Like, and also guys who wear shoes with no socks.
Is that an ick for you?
That's an ick. Like,
I don't know if that one's an ick for me. Like,
because I feel what their foot feels like in the shoe with no socks. You know what I mean? Like, I know the feeling of having a shoe with no socks.
But you know what else is an ick? When someone will wear the thong socks so that it doesn't show. If you see a man with like a big foot and he's wearing the mini sock and he's walking around the house, biggest ick. Oh my God.
Alessia.
You agree.
I rather you wear a sock and take it off after. Those are for girls.
That's are for girls. I'm sorry. If you're a man, you shouldn't be wearing
the toe coverers.
You shouldn't be wearing that. And another ick, we've spoke about this one before, is flip-flops. What the fuck? Honestly, and you know what though? Some guys could pull it off if it's like the thin strap. Yes, slides absolutely.
Slides absolutely.
But like, there's very few like flip-flops that are acceptable for a guy. And they have to be like thin strap. There can't be like no Brazil logo and like that whole like, oh my God, biggest ick.
Why is it always a Brazil logo?
I don't know. You know,
Is it a brand? I think it's a brand.
I don't fucking know.
100. I know exactly what you're talking about. But if it's like I agree, like the, you know, like the Havanas flip flops, like they're like thin, just
Yeah.
regular. That's like borderline. But if it's like the ones that are like the leather ones almost with the big thick straps, like the ones my dad would wear,
Yeah.
please.
How do you feel about a guy at the gym who wears like shorts and tights underneath? Is that an ick for you? Like, I don't mind it, but I know it's an ick for like some people. So I was wondering what your thoughts are on that.
I think it could be hot if it's on the right guy.
Yeah.
I think tights.
With nothing
With
and their
nothing.
dick literally mapped out.
Like they have
their
their little
bulge.
pouch. That I
Oh my God.
That I can't.
No.
Tights. Boy, if you don't put shorts
Do you
want to
be pegged?
No. That's like, when that's some, and you know, the guys who wear those, they have a bigger ass than you. That's 100%. Tell me, you know what I mean?
Or they really look like a flat board in the back. There's no in between.
If it's the tights and they're sagging too, you know, in the backs, they don't have enough ass.
Oh my God. No.
But I think gym, like in general, like it's easy to look hot in gym clothes.
Yeah.
There's very minimal things at the gym
Another
that are
ick
ugly.
that's really, really strong for me is a guy who wears like really long john shorts. I can't get past that. I'm not asking for you to be in like where it's
Yeah.
so short your dick is like flopping out.
Yeah.
But it's got to be that right, perfect, like Montclair like length.
I'm really specific about shorts. There's like, not really specific,
I
but I
feel like-
love short shorts.
Yeah, and I
For
feel
me,
like-
short shorts on a guy is like so hot.
Especially if they have nice legs. Oh my God.
So
Fuck
hot.
me right here, right
so
now.
hot.
Yes.
If you're in your basketball shorts, they're halfway through your cap. They're actually capris.
Oh my God. And like my ex used to wear them and I would always be like, oh my God, I'm going to throw them out when he like, I can't look at you. And also like, you're not you're not 6'6" that you could like maybe get away with it. It's like it's taking over your body.
Yeah.
Don't you want to show your legs? Like, no.
Yeah, if you're tall, it's one thing, but also
Even though
it's not flat. It's actually like, for men listening, it's not flattering to
No.
wear long shorts. It actually makes you look like your legs are this big, even if you're tall.
Yeah.
Like just shorter shorts that go definitely above the knee are just so hot.
Yeah.
Like I like middle of the. I even like pretty short.
I like short. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, but
I
it
find
gets
it so
really
hot.
ick when you start doing a speedo.
Oh yeah, when you start like
Yo, like
I don't think I could.
and
do
it's
a
like, how
Speedo.
do you not look at someone's bulge when they're wearing a speedo? Like as a guy, like
There's
and
nowhere else to look.
There's nowhere else to look, and like, why would you want to traumatize me like that?
And like the thing about a Speedo is like I feel like the dick and the balls are like this.
Yeah,
They're just like they're all crunched up in there. Like at least shorts, there's room to flow.
yeah. Like I want a man. I don't want a fucking guy
I
who's.
want a little package.
And you know what though? Like there's so many hot European guys who do it, and it's like you lost your chance. As
Yeah.
if they want a chance with me. You lost your chance with me because you are wearing a speedo.
I feel like I could be sold. Like if you show me the right guy and the right Speedo.
Yeah, but then they turn around and you see their little buttocks, and you're like,
I was just gonna say it's not even the front, it's the back. It's like the double ass that you get.
and
on
then
it.
when you see their little cheeky tan line through the back, oh my God, no, I can't. Like,
And
no.
you know what? If you do Speedo, you have to only do Speedo, because if I see the shorts tan line and you're wearing a Speedo over it,
Forget
and you
about
have
it.
white.
Forget about it. Then at that point, you should just get the Brazil flip flops. You should get
Put
the pink.
sunscreen on your face.
You should get
the
the fucking-
goggles.
Oh my God! Just at that point, go full force, because
What would you do if you would go swimming with your man and he would pull out a bathing cap? You know, like a swimming cap.
no. I actually think for a guy seeing a girl put on like a bathing
swimming
cap,
cap?
a swimming cap because she doesn't want to wet her hair and she's going in the shower. Like I think that's an ick when I put it on myself.
Oh, like a shower cap.
like a shower cap. I feel the ick for guys. Like that must be an ick for guys.
There's certain things that I do that
I
I'm like,
look
I
like a
can't do this.
peanut. Like I just look like a fucking like I look like a dick. Like I just look like somebody with like, especially because my neck is long. Like, oh my God, if a guy sees me in a bathing cap, it's just like, you know what I'm talking about. It's
know what
worse
you're
for me
talking about.
because without my hair, I'm literally like a rat.
No, me, I literally look like a fucking egghead. I'm trying to think of icks for me now, because there's definitely things that I'm like, I can't do this in front of.
What about being too clingy? Is that an ick for you?
Oh yeah.
You
Like-
don't have
like-
the right to say that, Miss Baby Voice.
Doesn't matter. That's not being clingy. Clingy for
Clingy and
me is
baby
when
voice, I feel
someone's
like
like,
they go together.
Clingy for me is I know what you mean. Like baby, don't leave me.
Okay, I'm cringing so hard.
But clingy for me is like someone who like can't give me my space. Like that's like, oh, like it's honestly I don't think it's an ick, it's a turn off for me. It's just
and we don't want to get into that because
we don't want to get into
we've
that
given
area.
them episodes of that. For me, another big ick is when they overshare on social media. Biggest ick. It's like who you trying to prove to?
Yeah.
You're a guy. Like, I get why girls do it, post hot pictures, want the attention, but as a guy, like, why are you trying to show you're at this place and you're here and you're... It's such a ick to me. It's like, can you be a man? Can you be a little more reserved? Can I have my partner not, like, in the spotlight? Ick.
You know what's an ick for me?
What?
Like a selfie. But like this.
Like this, like this.
like,
or the two hands.
But like they do the selfie face.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
one thing if it's like a group, like
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
but if
yeah.
it's like a...
No, Veronica, or when they do it with their both their hands. Both their hands. Like, I'm taking... Actually, my dad's done that before, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, this is scary
Selfie
picture.
is... Oh, no, that I can't. That
Big
I can't.
ick.
You know what I realize is an ick for me? And I'm sure it's an ick for everyone. But
How
like,
many times have we said ick this episode?
So this is an ick, and I'm sure it's ick for everyone, like even for me. But like when you see someone's mirror face, you know the face that you pose in the mirror, like you know what I'm talking about. Like we all have like our
Like a
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have to look if you look good. When you catch someone doing their mirror face, it's like I have to look away. I can't look at you go. And like guys, they're usually like frowning a little bit, like to look aggressive. Like it's like they do this. Like I'm like, I can't look at you right now.
That's true.
Tell me you know what I mean.
That's true. I feel like that would be a bigger one for guys, for girls.
For girls, like,
you know?
but like sometimes I'll catch a guy and when their face is too like,
Yeah.
oh, like a.
Another ick for me is when a guy is just like laying down in a bath, taking a bath. This is so personal to my last relationship. But like, take a shower, take 2 minutes. You have like, why are you chilling in a bath? Like, such a big ick.
That's
Unless we're like
personal,
taking
man.
a bath together. Why are you just like, did you have anything to do? Get out of the bath.
Well, for me, I'm just not a bath girl. I've made that clear.
I'm a huge bath girl, and I still don't need my man to be like, bath time. Like, ick.
I don't mind it actually.
Like,
but
together.
together is fine. But like,
Then also big ick, like you guys both trying to fit in it. Oh my God, just ick. Honestly,
no,
ick.
I like together baths, but max,
too,
max,
me
go
too.
max. I don't like baths at all. Also, like I don't have time for this shit. But if like you only take baths, like I would be like, get up. Like what are you? Or like, but you know,
And my ex would chill in it for like hours.
You know what would be more ick for me? A bubble bath. If I would see you putting bubbles in your bath, I would be like,
At this point, just be the monkey emoji, guys.
just put the thing with your Netflix and your little candle and sit in your bath.
For a girl, totally fine, by the way, guys.
Self-care.
Self-care.
But even me, like I can't do that shit. Like I get in a bath, I'm there for 5 minutes. I'm like, the water's cold. I'm annoyed. Like I think it's like my...
The thing is the idea of a bath always slaps harder than the actual bath. Like the idea of like self-care, like I'm gonna put a face mask on,
so
like I'm gonna put
warm.
bubbles, I'm gonna go get that thing at Sephora or Bath and Body Works. Like the idea of it sounds so fun, and then like you're in it and you're like, is this what it is?
This is what it's either fucking hot and
Yeah.
you have to wait burning for 10 minutes, or it's like it's not like cold, but it's just right about to be too cold to be in it. So you're just like not comfy. And then to start adding water when you're already in the bath,
know.
and the waiting process.
I was just gonna say the waiting
of-
process of a bath, forget about it. Like
You always get in
Get a job.
too soon. You always get in too soon, and it's like you're like cold, like your
Yeah.
lips are out, like there's.
honestly,
And then it's like the.
and then when you're in the bath, you're just staring at your body. You're
Yeah.
just like,
And then you're like.
and what stomach ever looks good when you're chilling like in plantain position? No.
And it's always like you like wet your hair and then you're like, oh, and like you're not comfy. Like
No, I can't.
I've never had an enjoyable experience in a bath. I'm not gonna
Now that I
lie.
think about it, no.
Like I've never. It has to be one of those baths that you have like at the one random hotel that it's huge and like you're comfy, you know?
This one is gonna be so toxic, but like being way too excited to see me. Like ick.
Explain?
Like just like talking about like how it's gonna be when we see each other, and like just like being excited, like, oh, like it's such an ick. Like, and I know to most people it's like, wow, you should have a man who's excited to see you, but like
yeah.
tame the excitement and like please like put yourself together. Like, please don't show too much excitement. I think for women, I don't know if this is a toxic trait, but it's like, why are you so excited? Like, relax.
I don't think
because I can be excited, but like I'm not gonna show too much that I'm excited.
But I don't think I've ever experienced somebody being like overly excited, like a dog.
You know they're excited. They're not maybe gonna be like, I'm so excited, but it's like, oh my god, like they keep talking about how it's gonna be, and they try and like play out like the scenario. It's like biggest ick, like we're not gonna work. Like you're clearly not spontaneous, and this is gonna be like a ick. Just ick. Why are you so excited? Hide your excitement.
Hide your excitement. Wait. Well, this one you told me, but it's so true. But when you're playing beer pong and they have to run for the beer pong ball.
I saw that from Tana Monjo. She posted like a big ick.
You'll never catch me. But it's because it's like the ball is going, you're crouched down. Guys, there's no one that ever looks good running for a ping pong ball.
If you're a man and you're bending down to get a little ball, like your balls are taken from you. Also, your manhood is taken from you.
You know what's an ick for me? Like, and this is a perfect example. It's like, let's say we're playing beer pong and you're like overly competitive where it's like not cute anymore. You're like, it was on my side.
Yeah, like chill. Like, bro, let the girl win.
Like we're having a good time. It's a party. Like, yeah, but like it's not fair that you did that. Like it was on my side. Like, bro, relax. Yeah. Oh my.
But what if you're paying for money?
Still, relax.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, 100%.
Chill out. Also, another thing, this one is personal. There's some personal ones that are.
By the way, guys, if anyone has an ick that they want to share with us, we're gonna give like maybe like a hat away. We're gonna ship a hat. You're like, oh, I guess you're finding this out right now. We're shipping out a hat to someone in the YouTube comments who gives us an ick that
we didn't say here.
Today. We didn't say here, and that we fucking relate to. So you guys will be able to choose it, and we'll ship it out to you.
Absolutely. So this one's personal for me. When a guy is like a sports gambler or like gambler in general, but is like overly mad when they lost, like that for me is like relax.
Like can't take rejection. Like just like pouty.
Like mad. Like the whole day is ruined now because your parlay didn't go through.
Erotic. I'm surprised. You like baby voice. You should like when they pout. No?
Pouty. I lost my bet.
No. You can go in baby voice with him. And you can resolve the issue.
Baby. How much did you lose?
Ew.
But then when I find out how much they lost, when I find out what they could have made, I'm like, I'm pissed too.
When I found out what they could have lost and what they could have spent on me. Ho ho.
Okay, this one is like immediate ick. If a guy like asks me for my Snapchat or like still uses Snapchat, like I'm like, grow up. C'est quoi ton Snap? What? Get out of my face.
Yeah.
Literally, if you try to pick me up and say, what's your Snapchat? Get the fuck out of my face. Like, we're not on the same. It's the Android guy. It's like,
if you're not asking for a number and you're asking for any social media, biggest ick. Like,
I don't mind Insta.
No.
Really?
I think.
I don't know about you, but for me, I know it's absolutely summer when all my windows are rolled down, the wind is blowing through my hair, and I have a nice Latin playlist just pumping through my shitty speakers.
You know who else would agree with you on that? Kendall Jenner. And let me tell you who she's going after, and she can't even speak Spanish. Bad Bunny.
You know what I mean when you just start hearing this type of music? I don't know the lyrics, by the way. Doesn't matter.
Kendall either.
That's what I do for every Latin song. I mumble like what I think I hear. You just dance and no one's looking at your lips. And guys, if you want to be jamming, dancing, singing lyrics that you don't really know what you're singing, but the vibes are just there, you need to hit up Fuego Fuego Festival in Montreal, happening in the Olympic Park. We're going to put all the details down below and you don't want to miss it. It's going to be actually amazing and such a summer vibe. So it's the perfect way to kick off your summer.
If a guy wants to get to know you, what's your number? Insta is like, please, that comes second. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
if you want to pursue me, you're gonna ask for my number. Like, Instagram is like, what? So I can be like in the other bunch of hoes?
It's risky though, because I prefer when guys ask for my Insta because it feels more like space. If you come, what's your number? I feel very like
violation.
Like a lot of times, like people ask my Insta, I'm like, oh yeah, it's this. Like I won't follow. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm interested, I'll follow you back. If I'm not, I won't. But like a number is very like you're at my house actually. Like you showed up at my door.
You know what? I'm gonna not take back what I said. If it's somebody I'm really interested in, I want them to like ask me on a date and stuff. I really prefer a number than an Insta because will follow me. But when you don't know someone well and you don't feel comfortable giving your number,
Yeah.
I 100% agree. Like a social media platform is so much better. And I think with social media, and my friend actually made me realize this. It's like, Ale, you're never really gonna know someone unless you have their social media. He's like, this guy was super down for, like, he was so hot. He started crying on video and like was talking spiritual things. He's like, I know personally we're never gonna work. And like that personality, like, I rather have seen your true colors through social media. So like, we don't got to continue this. Like, I rather see the flags and then be like, see you later. Like, bro, why are you crying on Instagram?
Oh
like,
my
that's
God.
a fucking ick.
That's like, well, I didn't even know we had to put that one down. I think
that was self-explanatory.
That one, we just, everybody came here today knowing that one. I had another one. Dirty fingernails. So listen, I like a guy who's manly. I don't need somebody who's like fucking well kept and like coiffed. But like if you're like dirty or like you don't like take care of yourself, like your hygiene, like that's a big ick for me. Like I like when someone like has good hygiene. And I think
that was like that
but I don't know what it is about dirty fingernails that I'm just like, ew. Like I actually find it a turn on like when a guy has like nice nails.
Okay, interesting.
Not like acrylics, but
I don't really like, as long as they're not dirty, they can be as like manly as they want. I don't need my man being like, I'm going and get a mani and pedi.
No,
like,
not
that's an ick.
Not going and get a mani and pedi, but like there's guys that have well kept fingernails and like they just look good. Their hands, I really like hands. So like if I see your nails and it's like, I know I'm getting a cut if you try and finger me, like I don't want that shit either.
Like long nails.
Or like one long, one short. Like I actually really value like when a guy has like nice nails, nice hands.
I like when a guy's nails are very, very short actually. Now that I'm like,
now that I'm getting, this is going with the clippers.
Now that I'm actually thinking about it, if you have long nails as a guy, like
short and
like
clean.
Short, I don't even want to see like the nail. I almost want them to be like
short and clean.
If it means going and get them done, just I'll minus the ick. I just won't.
But you don't have to get them done. Just go from home, clip your fucking nails.
I think that's
wash your hands. Like I find it so ugly if you could just tell from. I always find you could really tell from someone's hands how they take care of themselves.
Yeah, and I feel like men really look at that when they're looking at a woman. Like they always say, like you can really tell if a girl upkeeps and takes care of herself by her nails. Yeah. So I think because men have that standard for us too, it's like, can we just have you using the nail clipper? That's it.
Or just like clean. Like I get really disgusted during sex easily over things like that. And if I would see you have
you ever hooked up with someone who had dirty fingers?
No. But
like I haven't really seen
either.
That.
But if I would, that would really turn me off because then I would just think like you're touching me with your hands that I have like an ick about, and like that would turn me off so much. It's the same thing of like hygiene. Like if you're not like brushing your teeth, like kissing you is like like I'm like grossed out. You know what I mean? Like and then I'm like it's ruined for me. Like the ick, it's there. I can't after. Yeah. Even if I know your nails are clean after, I still think about the time they were dirty.
Yeah. What about sitting on a bar stool and his legs are just dangling on the floor?
Like barstool is tough though. Barstool, you have to put your feet on the ledge or a chair and their feet are like this.
No. One thing for a girl, and even at that, and then also like if their leg is like crossed, I'm starting to think like
really.
Oh my god! Like I like
my ex used to always cross his legs.
I don't. It's a big ick. Oh yeah, big ick for me. I think it's too feminine for me. It like scares me a little bit.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
But like, because I'm just saying because I know he used to cross his legs.
I think with him and his style, like it worked. Yeah. But it's a big ick when like, because then you start thinking like, wait, are they straight? Are they not? I'm like, I don't even want to have that like confusion and thought in my head. I want to know that's a fucking man and like your balls could smell. Contrary to popular belief of Manscape, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't bother me, but you can't be like, there's different leg crosses that are available for use.
Okay, so let's talk about that. I think when it's too like preppy and like.
Well, I think if you're always sitting with your legs crossed, it's one thing.
Like even a guy who does this is less like.
Yeah, I find that hot.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's the proper way of sitting, but like,
I don't know.
I don't want a guy to be so proper with his leg area sitting. Yeah. And his fucking feet can't be dangling. Like put them down or don't sit on the bar stool.
Feet must touch the ground.
I don't think dangling like you're a little kitty. Like, what are you, Elmo? Like, no. No.
I'm fucking
dead. Oh my god. Ick.
I'm fucking dead.
By the way, if you guys are all wondering why I'm single, I think this episode will make everything very
clear. Clear. But it's tough. It's like, it's weird. There's certain things that like I could get over if I really like someone enough. But there's other things that I'm just like, another thing is like words that they use.
I know what you mean.
Like my boyfriend kept commenting yes with an A, and I was like, stop doing that. I was like, you need to stop doing that.
Veronica!
Tell me you know what I mean. Yes. And I'm like, I know you're trying to be chill and like whatever.
No,
it's not coming off as
It's-
chill. Relax.
I'm
It's
so
an
happy
E.
you told him that because
I told him that. Relax. It's an E.
Oh my
He's like,
god,
I stopped
yes.
doing that.
No. Oh my god.
It's because
I'm getting
I
shy.
hear it. I hear it
You
as
hear it like
yes.
a gay guy saying
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Let's do it,
Yes,
babe.
B. Yes.
B.
No, it's yes. Yes.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, paying with a gift card, that goes without
Oh,
saying.
well,
Like,
when you told me that, I'm like, that's so true. Like, but it's one thing if
I
it's
don't
like you,
really
you have
think
like
guys do it, but you know what? Actually, I was with my gay best friend, and he got like a SAQ gift card. And he's like, Ale, like, if you don't do this for me and use it, like, I'm never gonna go to the counter and use it.
Why?
Because he's like,
Well, he's another breed though.
He's like, the ick. Like, he's like, I can't physically go there and give them my gift card of the SAQ. Like, I can't do it. So if you want it, here it is. You could order. I'm like, I agree though. Even for me to go and be like,
really?
it's an ick.
I
Of
don't find it
course.
bad. SAQ. It's one thing paying
It's
at
a
a
little- and,
restaurant
like,
with a gift card. That's a dick. But like
Yeah.
at a stores, I always have like gift cards from like store credits and shit that I'm always like
my
Zara.
God.
The amount of times I had a Zara store credit on a card.
Oh, it's a little bit of
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm not like running, jumping out of joy. Like, I'm stressing about having to go through this. Like,
I have a gift card.
yeah, like, here you go. Like, I could sponsor. Oh my God. No.
What?
I once was seeing a guy and he wanted to buy me something, but he wanted to use his like Bitcoin points to get it for me. So I was just like, okay, what can I get with this? So I'm
Yeah.
looking around. I'm like, perfect. I'll get myself like a laptop. Like, let me look into it. So basically, the Bitcoin got translated into gift cards at Best Buy, and it's like you can only buy a certain amount. I think it's like 500 at
Yeah.
Best Buy. So it's like the computer I wanted was 4Gs.
Yeah.
So like the amount of gift cards I had to be able to go and be like, this code for this 500, like
Oh
the
my
ick. I was
God,
like,
yeah.
oh my God, like.
It's embarrassing.
I don't know if it's an ick for him to be giving me gift cards or it's an ick for me to be at the counter, but I think it's both, honestly. It's both.
I don't mind a gift card though. If you want to give me 4Gs in Best Buy gift
But
cards, no
100%,
problem.
I'll take it, but like,
Yeah.
I'm already stressing in line about the fact that I have this gift card.
Yeah.
No. Especially when
mind
there's
the one-
multiple,
yeah.
it's like.
One is something. Multiple is
Multiples, like what's
try
going,
this card, try
what's
this
going
card.
on over here? Then you start
Yeah.
thinking like, okay, who gave these to her? Are they illegal? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I
Yeah.
know they're thinking about. So like, I'm having the ick for them.
What would you do if you'd be at dinner and the guy would pay with a prepaid Visa card?
Well, like, immediate ick. Like, you are living on this planet. Not a day goes by that nobody spends money. Use that any other day.
Yeah.
Why do you have to use it on a date? Why would you put me through that? But I want to know what your thoughts are. I know that, obviously on a date, we both expect like a man to pay. But what are your thoughts about the woman and like her place in that? Because I always say like, for me to not even have that like, that anxiety of like the bill's coming, I gotta kind of like be on my phone or like wait and act like I didn't see that he was paying and then be like, thank you so much. Like, to me, like if a guy gets up and like just handles the bill and then I don't even have to go through that whole stage of like just like being around that energy. Like, I think when a guy just gets up and pays it is like the ideal for me. Okay, obviously when you're dating after, it's like, hey babe, we know
I
you're
mean,
paying.
I don't think
But
that.
my question is like, what are your thoughts when, let's say, like the menu comes, like, sorry, the bill comes? Are you like gonna act like, okay, let me just try, even though I know he's not gonna accept, or are you just gonna be like mute and
So,
just be like, thank you?
I think it's really unattractive for me personally, and I've actually had guys tell me the opposite.
Okay.
But I think it's unattractive when a girl offers knowing she'll get refused. So like, and like I've had a lot of guys say like, no, it's nice to offer, like even though I know I'm not gonna let you pay, like I like that someone's offering, but I'm like, I find it so dishonest to offer if I know that I don't want to pay. Like, I find that ugly. So like, I'm not, unless I actually do plan on paying for like whatever, then I'll offer. But if I'm don't want to offer, I'm not gonna, because I find it so ugly to be like, no, let me pay, and then like I let you win. I don't know. I just think it's like, I don't need you to get up and go fucking talk to the waiter on the side, but like if the bill comes, take the bill, check the bill, and like don't even like I just think it should be handled smoothly. I don't feel like it should ever be an awkward situation like the bill's in the middle and you're both staring at it. Like I think, you know, when you're on a date with someone who has manners, they just pick it up right away and it's done. It's dealt with.
I think regardless, let's say you're even like in the zone, you're having such a big conversation and even the waitress doesn't even know what's going on. So they kind of put it like in the middle. Yeah. I think regardless, whatever story is going on, they need to fully slide it over to just remove the anxiety for a woman.
Right.
I think when a guy like kind of leaves it, it's like, do you know what we're going through? Like, why would you even do that? Like, that's like kind of like you're leaving it on the table for like who should handle it. Like, oh my God.
But I think it's just
But I totally agree with you. I think it's so dishonest. And I would never
offer if I'm not planning
I would never do the whole. I think it also screams like unconfident.
Yeah.
Because like you're feeling like you need to like, you're not valued.
Yeah.
Like you're not valuable in this situation. Like, sweetie, take a seat. Like, let him pay for the dinner. You don't have to like fake pay for it to like. And I think a lot of the times women do it because they want to show the gesture, like they're appreciating and they're saying thank you. But I think the same thing goes when you say thank you so much for the dinner, because you're acknowledging it.
At what point do you drop that act of like, I'm gonna pay? Like, at what point is it like, okay, so pay? Like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, it's just like, if I don't plan on paying, I'm not gonna offer. If I want to pay, I will offer, and I'll be like, no, like I got this, like it's on me, like whatever it is. And I think like that's cute. I prefer to like do something in return where it's like whatever, like I go pick us up like dessert, or like I like went to pick us up breakfast or something like that, and it's like I'll handle it. Rather than like at dinner, who's gonna pay? I think that's so ugly. Like, I'm gonna let you have your moment and feel like you have this handled. I also feel like, for me, and I've said this in the past, I feel it's a little bit insulting if I start being like, no, let me pay. Like, I feel like if I'm out with a guy and he wants to take me out and he's asked me out on a date and he's trying to like impress me, it's almost like I'm making him feel like shit to be like, let me pay. Like, I'm just like, I'm gonna leave you in your like energy of like, you're taking care of the bill, you're taking me out. Like, I think it's sexy, and I think it's also sexy for me to be very appreciative and show you in other ways that I'm appreciative of what you did, and and do it in another time.
Yeah, and I think people don't realize, some women don't realize that saying thank you is being appreciative. Like, you being able to like reach out and get your wallet, it actually shows you don't know your value. I personally think that, and you're not confident enough that you don't think you're worthy of a dinner, which is like so fucked up.
But it's crazy because I think a lot of guys expect you to offer, and I've spoken to guys before, and I've said like, and he had said like, you know, like it was like our third day and she didn't even offer to pay, and I was like, yeah, but were you gonna let her pay? He's like, well, obviously not, but I wanted her to offer. But I was like, what? I was like, I've never offered if I wasn't planning on paying, because I'm like, I find that so ugly.
No, I think it's like, one thing if like if you're not saying thank you and you're not appreciative, like that's a problem.
Oh my God.
But like if you're offering to fake offer, like, oh my God, that guy down the line who's talking like that wants his girl to pay. I'm sorry. Any guy who's gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna let her pay, but I want her to offer, is eventually down the line gonna expect you to pay. Because no guy who wants to handle it is even wants to see that whole fake show. Come on.
Exactly.
No.
I think guys, as we said, it's festival season, and you know nothing gets hotter than being in the middle of a mosh pit crowd listening to your favorite musician. And let me tell you what else is very hot in that situation. Your Bellinis.
Your Bush. And I mean, I don't know about you, but sometimes when I go to concerts, I think, what if it's me? Like, what if that artist chooses me? I want to be fully groomed. Right?
Absolutely.
You were a kid once. You were in the concerts. You thought maybe your chance was going to come.
And I was 11 and it was Lil Wayne. You need to be shaved, ready to go, smelling good. And how else are you going to do that? But with Manscaped, because they are the best in below the waist grooming for men. So get yourself the Lawnmower 4.0, get yourself some ball deodorant, some ball toner, everything you need. You're going to be smelling good, just in case your girl Rihanna calls you off stage, calls you on stage.
As well as making sure you get the Preserve perfume, because if you're in the desert, you're going to be smelling bad. So just add a couple of sprays while you're there and use our discount code ChemicalX at checkout to receive 20% off your entire order and free shipping. No.
I think somebody who just like wants to take care of their girl and like wants to treat her. And look, I think that there's different ways that a relationship can be equal. I just think if you're taking me out for dinner, like,
and like I'm trying to put myself in like a masculine energy. Like yesterday I went out with my girlfriend, and like I had paid the last dinner, and like she just really wanted to handle it. So like she made it known, you know, like it was just like, just thinking about it as a guy, like I'm not gonna fight her on paying because she wants to pay, and I know like that's what she wants to do. So like I think it's also like degrading and like mean to be like no after somebody kind of said that they want to pay.
Yeah,
it's just be like thank you so much.
Yeah,
like,
I think there's nothing wrong with like them paying and being like, wow, thank you so much. And like, how do you handle the thank you? By the way, I just want to say something, like, and I've heard in the past of people saying like, yeah, they didn't even say thank you. Like there's a lot of girls who are unappreciative on dates.
That's fucked up.
And I find that really surprising and really fucked up. But like, I think it's so important to tell somebody, and I never just say like, thank you for dinner. Like I'll always be like, wow, thank you so much. Like I really love the place you chose, or like the food was so good. I really had a great time. Like I think it's really important to give more than a just thank you for paying. Like it's like, thank you for like the experience. Thank you for the dinner. Like thank you for bringing me out on a date. It's so important. And I never do it. So my thing is I never do it right after they pay. I don't say anything. They pay, whatever. I always wait until like we get up and we're walking out.
Me too.
To be like, by the way, thank you so much for tonight. I had a great time, because I feel like that takes away from like the thank you for paying and makes it more so like, thank you for tonight. Like I really had fun. You really took care of me. It was great. I think when you make it too much like, thanks for getting this one, thanks for paying, it's like you put so much emphasis on like the payment, when in reality it's like the experience. Like you took me out on a date, like I had a great time, like thank you for all the little things as well.
It's so true. And like I went for dinner with like a couple of girls and like a couple of guys, and especially when you're in a group, you almost feel like the thank you gets lost a little bit more, because you're like, okay, well, I'm sharing this experience with all these girls, so it's kind of like, the thank you doesn't always come out the same. And it's like I like realize that, and I go out of my way to still be like, thank you so much. Let's say there's like two guys, and I'll be like, guys, thank you so much, and he'll be like, yeah, but I didn't handle this bill, like it was him. I'll be like, yeah, but still, like, thank you guys so much. And he'd be like, wow, like, you're the only one who came to say thank you. I think sometimes it gets dismissed in groups.
And
it's still so important, guys.
So important.
Yeah.
I think a lot of girls just take it for granted. And I know, like, a lot of girls expect to be paid for. But it's one thing to expect it, but it's another thing to take it for take advantage of it and just not be appreciative, because at the end of the day, no one has to pay your dinner, no one even has to take you out on a dinner. So if they are doing that, like, it's really important that you are being thankful for it.
And I'm not gonna lie, like, I absolutely expect it, but then I pull through by being super appreciative. I think that's where there's like sometimes an error when like you expect it, and that's what happens sometimes, is you expect it so much that you don't even feel like you're
being treated in a way, you know what I mean?
It's like a necessity, which it is, I think, but like still be appreciative.
It's different. Like it's not like I don't know how to explain. Like it's still something that you have to realize is like still a nice gesture to do. It's not like
even if the guy is like a fucking billionaire, it's not about the fact that whether he can pay your dinner or not. It's just acknowledging the fact that he did something nice, so he feels more masculine.
Guys don't do I think the thing guys love the most is feeling appreciated. And I think that's what most men, the bare minimum of what they want is to just feel like they're appreciated, and to just feel like what they're doing for you is being seen, it's being heard. And I think if you can't do that, even with like certain things, like just going out for dinner, like that just tells a guy like you're just gonna overlook all the things that they do for you and just expect them. And I know we expect certain things. It's like you expect, you know, if we want to play gender roles, it's like you expect your girl to make you lunch, let's say. But like if my man wouldn't say thank you for me making him lunch, I would find that weird, because it's like, even though you expect me to do it, you should still be appreciative over the fact that I am doing it, you know? And I think like that loss of like just like really being entitled for them to do that, I just find that so unattractive. And like
I totally
if you're
agree.
a girl going out for dinner and you just think like they should be paying, I shouldn't even, like, just overlooking the fact of even saying thank you, like such a big red flag, I feel like. And I know place like a lot of girls go wrong.
It's so true. I think I said pretty much all of them. Holding on to the straw before drinking out of it. That's an ick. And like also like certain drinks you're gonna have, cocktails are not allowed, and like huge ick.
Honestly, it's bad, but like at the club when I make drinks, I never put a straw for the guy, because I just assume that guys don't use straws. And then when they come and they reach for the straw, I go, okay.
don't know. Big ick. Like, why are you there drinking a little margarita, a little mojito, like so girly? Like, get out of my face. Last thing I want to say before we close up this episode is I heard that basically they're putting a law in Quebec that now they're going to be giving out drinks with lids on it.
Okay.
And the saying is like, women check ton verre. And I had like so many thoughts about this because I feel like as women, we already have to do so many things in order to protect ourselves and like be safe. And it really bothered me the way like the article was written, and it's like women check ton verre. Like another thing that us women have to put in place to be safe. Yeah. When it's like, how about like men don't fucking like
drunk my drink.
Don't drunk my drink, or like men are coming in the fucking club or wherever like check ton pocket, like open your pockets or like do a scanning, or I don't know, like it's like I feel like we always do these things where it's like it's amazing for women, but like it's never like men have to adjust or change anything in order to for our safety. Right. So I wanted to know what your thoughts were on that they're putting. I get it, it's like they're putting it so that we're more safe, but I'm just mad that the things they're putting into place always have to do with like us having to adjust. And it's not about the man actually being able to like be checked, or I don't know. So I wanted to know your thoughts on that.
I mean, I really agree. I think a lot of the time in these topics, there's always the blame put on women. Like, for example, like when somebody's like, oh yeah, I got sexually assaulted, or like
it's the way you dress,
like R-worded, like it's like, what were you wearing, you know? And it's like always that blame on women. And it's like we constantly teach women to protect themselves, but don't really teach men to not be fucking rapists. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I think I totally agree with you where it's like, like, why is this another thing that I need to do to protect myself? Like, why do I need to work so hard to protect myself? And in the same beat, I get it. Like, you're making it more safe because at the end of the day, like, we can't control what people are going to do. Like, we can't do these things. Like, we do the best that we can. Yeah. So it's just like those extra protective things that we do. Like as a woman, it's like we know it's not our fault if we get kidnapped, but like we're also not going to walk down the street at 2 a.m. for our own protection because we don't want to put ourselves in that position. But we're already
doing all these things that it's like, why not put different systems in place that have men being more questioned? I don't know. There's certain things that I just like don't agree with. And it's like, as much as I'm happy, you're putting a lid on my cup. It's like, why don't we get to the root of the problem? Absolutely. Why are we getting roofied? Why don't we tackle that situation? Absolutely. Instead of just teaching women to be more safe.
Yeah. And I always say, and I had a huge conversation with this, with my boyfriend, and it's like, that we always put the blame on women, but we never look back and see. And I showed him all the statistics of like how many sexual assault allegations actually end up convicted, how many actually like end up in jail, how many actually get fined, how many are actually taken to the court. And like the numbers, guys, if you go look up the studies, like you would be shocked. And I was like, the real problem is that we don't take these issues seriously enough. And we still have this idea that there's like fake allegations or like, oh yeah, but it could be fake. I'm like, the percentage of fake rape allegations or fake sexual assault allegations is so small and is not even a real factor that it should not be something that is spoken about when somebody comes out and says, oh, like, and admits like a sexual assault. Like,
I think
it should
there's
never be
so
like,
much shame too for a woman to actually come through that it's like the chances and percentage of them actually lying. Okay, Amber Heard, like we're not going to get into that whole thing, but like, I think like
the percentage, it should never be a first question. And I just like, I always believe that I think we should be putting more money into prosecuting people, into taking these cases seriously, into making it more like clearly if people are still doing it, it's obviously not scary enough and people still feel like they could get away with it. Yeah. So I think it's about like educating people that it's actually really fucking bad and that your life will be ruined if you do this, and it doesn't matter how small it is. Like, it's the same way.
And I do get it. Like, there are gonna be some situations. I'm not here like for the men, but like there are gonna be certain situations where it's like a girl might have been fucking drunk, she regretted hooking up with someone, and then she wants to blame it on that because she's just like embarrassed. And I think those situations happen, but on the grand scheme of things, I don't think for somebody to go through with all of that,
I totally agree
that it's like.
And like it's also serious. The idea that like we've normalized so much, like for example, like, and I always say this and guys never realize this, but like for example, catcalling someone, like calling to them on the street like, hey sexy, like that kind of shit, like that's qualified as sexual abuse. because you're like saying derogatory things to me that I didn't ask for you to do. And that in itself is actually sexual abuse. But it's so normalized, and guys think, oh, it's a compliment if somebody's like calling to you down the street.
True.
And it's like we're so normalized around these certain things that men feel like they're entitled to our bodies, entitled to say things about us. If we're dressed short, men feel that they're entitled to look at us, to stare, to stop us in the street.
It's so true. Like when somebody does that to me, I'm like, oh my God, like I
scary.
suddenly get in like paranoid, like I'm scared.
Absolutely.
I don't, and like we just are so numb and immune to it that we don't even like, that's so like normal to us.
Exactly. And that's why it's like, yeah, sure, put lids on drinks, but it's like, how about we teach people that these things are actually wrong? And how about we actually put money into prosecuting the right people? And how about we actually take this shit seriously? Because I'm sure that if we started arresting every single person that fucking said, hey, I want to see your ass, lift up your top, let me see your tits. If we started arresting every single guy that did that, I promise you a lot less people would do it.
100%.
Because they would realize that there's a consequence.
100%.
But the reality is everyone gets away with it for the most part, and that's why people still continue to do it. That's why it's more socially acceptable, and that's just like what we're taught, that it's so normalized.
And I think women go through so many things that men will just never understand, and look, vice versa. But I think that when it comes down to a simple fucking dinner, that's why you're paying. Straight up. No?
I mean, there's a lot of it into it, but yeah.
Like, there's a lot more into it, but I just wanted to tie it all together. Like,
there's just, I don't think that you can ever put... Anyways, we'll save this for the next episode.
Yeah. I actually wanted to make an episode on this, but then I threw it in and I was like, I didn't know you had so much to say. Fuck. Okay, well, guys, as Lesya said, we are apparently doing a giveaway for a hat. So write us your icks in the comments and we'll pick our favorite one and ship you a hat. And if there's two really good ones, then we'll ship two out.
Exactly. And also, don't forget the Kids for Kids at Charity Foundation. You can find the details below. Give back, help the community, and we love you, and we'll see you next week.